What's going on, y'all? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy DJ Preach, man. And it's definitely going down on this NFL Bold Prediction Show, man. Listen, I do this each and every year, man, and I'm glad that you're tuned in. Listen, do me a big favor. Do me a favor really quick. Do me a favor really quick. Right there. Right there on the end. I call it the ESPN ticker down the bottom, right? Please like this video and share it. Make sure you subscribe, man. It is definitely going down in a major way on this channel, man. We're doing big things over here, and we want you to be a part of it, man. We love you guys. Thank you for your support. But listen, no further ado. Hey, producer, you know what to do. Baby out. Baby out. Baby out. Hey. Yeah, you know how I had to do it, man. Again, man, I go by the name of DJ Preach, and I'm here to give you your NFL Bowl predictions. Hold on. All right, got that out the way. But listen, I hope all of you guys are doing fantastic because these bowl predictions, unlike no other, man. You're not going to hear this on ESPN. You're not going to hear this on Fox Sports. You're not going to hear this on anybody else's podcast. Only but mine. All right? Because these bold predictions are simply minds, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the first one, all right? You guys ready? You guys ready? Let's go ahead and get right started. That's right. That's right. We here. And I hear your heart beating. Oh, yeah. Y'all ready. Y'all ready. Y'all ready. All right, so let me just go ahead and put it on the screen. Our very first bold prediction is going to go, let's take a trip to Dallas. Let's go. Boom. The homie. Listen. Do like a mud duck. But anyway, I'm just saying. Homie he like a crackhead Simpsons character. Anyway, all I'm saying is that bold prediction, CeeDee Lamb will request a trade out of the organizations of the Dallas Cowboys. Again, CeeDee Lamb will request a trade from the Dallas Cowboys. A producer, I need for you to be on it tonight. And you still playing the music. No, don't play the music. All right, listen. Where my sirens at, man? Bold prediction, CeeDee Lamb will request a trade. There we go. There we go. Now, I say that CeeDee Lamb will request a trade because of what has taken place, what happened with Parsons, all right? Listen, when you think about the Dallas Cowboys, you think about a winning tradition, a winning legacy, if you will, America's team, all right? Now, Dallas hasn't been that in years, like multiple years, multiple decades, if you like. They haven't been that, all right? So now, fast forward, when you think about Dallas, you just thinking about Dallas as, all right, yeah, it's the brand. All right, cool, whatever, all right? But Jerry Jones, who is the owner of the Cowboys, has not been living up to winning capabilities, if you will, all right? The guy must have amnesia. I don't know what he has. Dementia. I don't know what this guy has. But what I do know is that he's not building a winning brand there, especially when you trade away your best player in Micah Parsons, who got traded to the Green Bay Packers, who I think is a lose-lose situation in this trade. I think Green Bay messed up by giving away two first-round draft picks. And I think Dallas messed up by giving up their best player on the team with Micah Parsons. And the reason why I say Green Bay messed up, because Green Bay is one of the best teams in the NFL when it comes to drafting. They know how to draft. They don't really dibble and dab into free agency too much. You see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? So you give out your two first-round picks. And I understand, yeah, but they still got their second. They still got their third. They still got their fourth. Who cares? When you had first-round picks, and you've been hitting on them. but you get Micah Parsons. I mean, cool, fine, if you know that you're one piece away from winning the Super Bowl. But do you think Green Bay is going to a Super Bowl? Not this year, no. That makes it even more of a losing trade to me on both parties because, again, Dallas lost their greatest piece on the team, and Green Bay, who is great in drafting, you just messed up by losing away 2 first-round picks, all right? But let's get back to the point at hand. CeeDee Lamb. I can see CeeDee Lamb been having some tiffs with that organization for a couple of years now. He hasn't been like the best teammate, if you will. There's been some rumblings from him and his out of his camp that, here and there he wasn't happy, wasn't getting the ball a lot. And I can imagine when your quarterback is Dak Prescott, all right? But it doesn't, listen, Dak was on it last night. CeeDee Lamb dropped 4 passes. And here it is. Producer, I need for you to hit that alarm right now because I have another hot take for you. Go ahead and hit that alarm. I think those passes were dropped on purpose to initiate my downfall to get out of the Dallas Cowboys organization, ladies and gentlemen. What better way to do this? I'm on prime time. I'm really not happy here. I have a mediocre quarterback. I have an owner who don't know what he's doing. Like he's running this organization like a bat from hell. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and not produce for this particular organization or company so they can go ahead and see like, oh, maybe we can trade him because he's still an asset and we can probably get some more draft picks for him. I'm just trying to, listen, these are bold picks, bold predictions, and this is the first one. CeeDee Lamb will request a trade for the Dallas Cowboys. Get it in the comments. Let me know if you disagree or you agree. Or you think I'm just out of my head. Or you can be like, yo, preach, just stick to DJing. Because this right here, you're crazy. You crazy. But put it in the comments. All right, let's get to our second one, yo. Our second one of today. Now, this team is not getting talked about at all. Not at all. I don't know why no one is talking about this team, but go ahead, producer. Give me my heartbeat real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put them on the screen. Y'all see it, don't you? Why are the Arizona Cardinals on this screen? The Arizona Cardinals is on this screen, ladies and gentlemen, because the Arizona Cardinals will make the playoffs. I repeat, that's right. The Arizona Cardinals will make the playoffs. The Arizona Cardinals will make the playoffs because they're building something over there that no one is talking about. What do the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons have in common? You got to do the Denzel Washington. What do they have in common? Man. But what do they have in common? I think somebody said it. Offense. Arizona and Atlanta will put up 30 points, and their defense will give up 45. They'll put up 17 points, and their defense will give up 24. You get my drift? Neither one of these teams have a defense, but they both have offenses. And Arizona's been known for having a plethora of wide receivers. All right? They've been known for having a wide receiver. And right now they got Harrison Jr. who's out there dominating and doing his thing. Cool. That's great. But now they got a no defense out there, ladies and gentlemen. You got that boy from University of Michigan, Will out there teamed up with Buda Baker. Then you go out there and get the defensive end that came from the Philadelphia Eagles. What? And you seen what the Eagles did in the Super Bowl, right? And you go out there and get a piece from them to put on this defense for pass rushing, the quarterback? Man, please. And they linebacker, Arizona had linebackers. I'm not saying that they linebackers are top tier. You know what I'm saying? They do enough to get the job done. All right? You know, you see what I'm saying? But now that you have a piece on that defensive line, okay, and your secondary is pretty much good, yeah. An explosive offense with a pretty good defense spells playoffs to me, ladies and gentlemen. And I know some of you are like, well, wait. They in the NFC West. They in the same division with Seattle. They in the same division as the Los Angeles Rams. They in the same division as the San Francisco 49ers, DJ Preach. How do you have the Arizona Cardinals making the playoffs before these teams? Well, I didn't say they was going to win the division. 2 teams can come out of there. If you ask me, 2 of them can come out of there, and I just think that one of them is going to be Arizona. The second one could be the Los Angeles Rams. I don't believe in Seattle because of who the quarterback is with Sam Darnold. Yes, Sam Darnold is on a resurgence, but he's on that resurgence from last year. And he came from a team that was quarterback friendly under that scheme with the Minnesota Vikings. This is why I think J.J. McCarthy is going to have a pretty good year because he's under that quarterback ready and friendly scheme in Minnesota. And that's where Sam Darnold came from. Now, a lot of people going to be like, well, you know, Geno Smith, he came from Seattle Seahawks, and he did pretty good. You know, what you got to say about that, Preach? Yeah, but Geno hasn't really been bad his whole career. It's just that his best years seem like it came from Seattle, yeah. But this is Sam Darnold we're talking about. Sam Darnold had one good year, and that was last year with Minnesota. I don't believe in Sam Darnold, ladies and gentlemen. I don't. And then you got wide receivers up there that are like AAR that should apply for AARP with Cooper Kupp. If he ain't old, he's definitely injury prone. Injury, like what? You shake this man's hand, he out for the year. Injury reserve. What? What are we talking about? And then San Fran, you know, San Fran is another team that has been haunted by the injury ghost. You don't know what's going to come out of it. I mean, if they stay healthy, San Fran, yeah, they would be they would be the San Francisco 49ers. But their biggest nemesis and opponent is injuries. And this is football, ladies and gentlemen. Last time I checked, injuries happen. And I just don't think San Francisco, with their offense that's already kind of suspect. I mean, you trade away Deebo Samuels. Christian McCaffrey just been, you know, he living his best life off the field because of his injury. So, I mean, you don't know. You don't know. And then the Los Angeles Rams is all about their quarterback. It's all about their quarterback. They have a defense. But it's all about their quarterback with Matthew Stafford, again, with injuries. And he has probably one of the worst injuries you can have as a quarterback, as the leader of the team. And that's his back. This man had to get one of those shots that pregnant women get, epidural or something like that. He had to get one of them. When you start getting shots like that, it's like, I don't know. But guess who don't have no injury problems? Arizona. Uh-oh. I felt myself preaching right there. It got quiet in the church. Arizona don't be having no injury problems. So I'm just saying. Arizona can very well make the playoffs off of default. I understand. But guess what? At the end of the day, nobody cares how you get there as long as you what? Oh, somebody said it. Somebody said it. Give yourself a hand. Yep. Give yourself a hand. I don't care how you get there as long as you get there. All right, let's get to our bold prediction number 3. All right? Bold prediction number 3, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to just go ahead and put it on the screen. All right? Our bold prediction number 3. Y'all see him. Let me just go ahead and give him an introduction. Winner at Alabama. Heisman Trophy here and there. First pick in the NFL draft. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you guys give it up for Mr. Bryce Young himself. That's right, Bryce Young. Go ahead and give him his applause. There you go. Yeah. I want you to give him an applause because I believe that the Carolina Panthers will win the NFC South. Uh-oh. Now, I know for some of y'all, this is a very bold prediction right here. That you out of your mind. You need to check your brain. Matter of fact, get off the mic, preach, and get on the turntables and start DJing because you lost me. You're going to have to explain this one, sir. Because this is crazy. Why are the Carolina Panthers winning the NFC South? Here's why. First of all, the New Orleans Saints is garbage juice set on fire on a hot, steaming day. That's number one. That's number one. All right. Number 2, Atlanta. I just gave an example of Atlanta. Atlanta would give you the greatest show on turf. They're gonna put up points, but their defense is shredded cheese. It's wide open. It's open season on their defense. Yes, they end up drafting 2 pass rushers in the NFL draft. But if your team has to rely on 2 rookies to save the organization, I don't know. Because Atlanta has been known for having some crazy defenses. And I just don't think that they got it together this year with their defense. I don't. Their secondary, yeah, they have Terrell. That's great. But after that, it's like who? Who back there in the secondary? I wait. Oh, okay. Can't find nobody. That's okay. Touchdown. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. So then you got Tampa Bay. I get it, ladies and gentlemen. Baker Mayfield is on fire. That defense is on fire. Hey, preach. They got a run game, preach. Oh, okay, great. Can I ask you a question? Call on me. Me. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Who's protecting Baker this year? Uh-oh. See, Baker got spoiled last year because, yes, he had a good run game. Yes, he did. Yes, he has one of the most reliable receivers in the National Football League with Evans. I give you that. But when your blind spot is wide open, how comfortable are you going to be in that pocket, Baker? How comfortable you going to be back there? Now, I'm not saying that is the end and be all for your season, but how comfortable are you going to be back there, sir? I'm just saying. And then your defensive tackle, what's his name? Vita Vea? Oh, he's an injury bug now. He's a Big Mac away from ending his season. I said it. The boy like 340 pounds. He's a Big Mac and a large Sprite away from being injured reserved. But guess who had those problems? Carolina. Carolina got a left tackle who's healthy. Actually, I take that back. He is injured. He is injured, but he is not out for the season like the left tackle is for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or the tackle for Tampa Bay is out for the season. But Carolina's tackles are intact. Matter of fact, their offensive line is ranked in the top 10, maybe the top 5. Yeah. And then you have weapons. You literally have weapons for Bryce Young. You have T-Mac, Jalen Coker, XL. You have weapons. Chuba Hubbard, Rico. I'm saying it's Ricky. Rico back there. A double-headed snake, if you will, or threat with the run game. Oh, Carolina got offense. And their defense, listen, I ain't gonna lie, them linebackers are garbage. Carolina got some garbage linebackers. But their defensive line has definitely improved from last year. Because you got to understand, Carolina's defense was historically ranked the worst defense of last year. There's 32 teams in the National Football League, ladies and gentlemen. Their defense was ranked number 33. Y'all do the math later. Y'all do the math later on that one. That's how bad they were, is what I'm saying. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop the pass. They couldn't stop toilet paper from rolling down the steps. That's how bad they were last year. But they spent a lot of money. They spent a lot of money in the offseason on that defensive line. The same thing they did last year when they spent a lot of money on the offensive line. And that went top 10. Uh-oh. Y'all see where I'm going with this? And now Derek Brown, DB, is coming back. The best defensive player is coming back. The stuff that run. Oh, yeah. Why can't the Carolina Panthers win the NFC South? That's why I got them winning the NFC South. They intact. They're ready to go. Everybody's healthy. You know what I mean? Mainly the starters are healthy. You know. Now the only thing that scares me about Carolina is their depth pieces. If they got to rely on backups, that's a lot of pressure on the starters. But I think Carolina is good with their starting teams, but their backup, woo, Lord, sheesh. That's all I got to say. All right. So, last but not least, and I had to save this one. I had to put them on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Kansas City Chiefs will not make the playoffs. Oh, my gosh. The Kansas City Chiefs will not make the playoffs. You can let that go. That's right. The Kansas City Chiefs will not make the playoffs. Wow. If y'all thought I was crazy with the other takes, wait until you get a load of this. The Kansas City Chiefs will not make the playoffs because of the simple fact of the division that they're in. The Kansas City Chiefs are in the best division in the National Football League with the AFC West. The Denver Broncos, ladies and gentlemen. The Los Angeles Chargers, ladies and gentlemen. And the Oakland Raiders who will get there. But they have a head coach who has winning tendencies, who has a legacy of just winning with Pete Carroll. All right? But right now, the reason why Kansas City would not make the playoffs, Because Denver, did you see what Denver was doing last year? Did you see what Denver was doing last year? Is what I asked you. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. You talking about a defense? You talking about a quarterback, Bo Nix, who's playing lights out? Sean Payton, who gets what he wants? Hello, somebody. For people who are casual fans of the National Football League, he was the head coach of the New Orleans Saints when they went to the playoffs almost like every year. Hello. Now he's coaching the the Denver Broncos. I'm just saying. And I say that because Walmart, owns the Broncos or whatever. But anyway. Yeah. And then what's going on in Los Angeles? The Chargers? Harbaugh? You see what the boys was doing last year? All right. Play around if you want to. What is one thing that Jim Harbaugh likes to do in his offense? He likes to run the ball. Okay? What is Kansas City's weakness on defense? I'll wait. Oh, you need the answer? It's stopping the run. Did you see what happened in Kansas City last year? I mean, not with Kansas City. Did you see what happened in Kansas City at the Super Bowl? Philadelphia created the blueprint to beating the Chiefs. Shout out to Jay-Z for the blueprint. But Philadelphia created the blueprint on how to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. If you got a good defensive line and all you got to do is irritate and agitate the heck out of Patrick Mahomes. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. And guess who in that division has that? Denver. Uh-oh. Denver has a defensive line, ladies and gentlemen. I think the Chargers have a defensive line and a secondary, ladies and gentlemen. And they like to run the ball, which is Kansas City Chiefs' defense weakness. I'm just saying. But not taking anything away from Kansas City because they have a Hall of Fame coach. They got Andy Reid. They still got him, which is Patrick Mahomes. They still got Travis Kelce, who's on his last leg, who need to be, focusing on the anti-hero. Y'all catch that. Y'all catch that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's about to get married to Taylor Swift, who has a song called Anti-Hero. Anyway, I'm just saying. Yeah, so Patrick Mahomes is still him, but guess what? Guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, while Patrick Mahomes is still him, Denver and the Los Angeles Chargers are still them. Oh, my gosh. I know he's him, but they're them over there. What are we talking about? Hey. What we talking about? Is what I'm saying. I know you him, but they them over there. And I think they have the antidote into stopping the Kansas City Chiefs from making the playoffs. So again, the Kansas City Chiefs will not make the playoffs. There it is. So those are my bold takes for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I thank you guys for tuning in so much. Thank you. If you like what you heard, please, by all means, please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, man. I greatly appreciate you guys. We're doing big things over here at Life Show Media, and we just want you to be a part of it, man. Thank you so much again. Listen, on Saturdays, right here on Life Show TV, you can tune in to Not the Same Sports Podcast. That's right. We talk about sports over here too. You know what I'm saying? We don't just do music. We just don't do other things and all of that. But we also talk about sports over here also. We're Not the Same Sports Podcast. Saturdays at 10 a.m. right here on Life Show TV. Listen, I go by the name of DJ Preach, and I am so glad that you was tuned in for my NFL bold predictions, all right? Listen, if you need to book me for a DJ gig, a hosting gig, whatever the case may be, all you got to do is go to my website, which is right there on the screen, lifeshowmedia.com. That's right, lifeshowmedia.com. If you into music, you can definitely listen to my radio station at Life Show Radio FM. Get the message, get the hits, get your life. Life Show Radio FM is on lifeshowmedia.com. Again, I go by the name of DJ Preachman, representing all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Guys, peace.